Welcome to T1 Academy. So today we are going to discuss about the CSAT paper 2025. In the civil service examination recently, yesterday itself they conducted, right? So in this 2025 CSAT paper, how the question paper was asked and how the questions are given and how we need to prepare for the examination, we will have a brief analysis. Now see here students, already in our channel we discussed some important topics for the CSAT examination. If you go through those topics, definitely you can see some of the similar questions from our videos. See here students, we discussed very clearly from each and every topic which are very important for us. From those topics almost around 25 to 30 questions were asked, similar questions from those concepts. So please go and watch those videos once. If you have any doubt or regarding any concept, if you want to know about any concept, you can check our previous videos in our channel. Now see here students, when it comes to this paper, this particular paper, what happened here? See here, in this out of 80 questions, we know that 51 questions are from reasoning and quant and 29 questions are from reading comprehension. Okay, so in these 51 questions, once again 34 questions are from quant portion and 17 questions are from reasoning portion. Okay, and in this 34 also I am once again repeating, almost some 15 to 20 questions are simply from number system. Okay, they are related directly to the number system. If you are really good in that number system, you can solve those 15 to 20 questions. But what happened here is, there are some questions which will take more time. So the first thing which we should have before attempting this paper is, you should know that for what question it will take how much time. You should have a perfect analysis. Without having that, if you go on solving each and every question from the first, so it will waste a lot of time. Why? Because there are some questions which are taking nearly 5 to 10 minutes of time, and there are some 20 questions. There are some 20 questions which can be solved in a minute. So how our strategy should be there in the examination hall is, first we should attempt these 20 questions. By reading the question, you should get an idea that how much time. You should be able to analyze that how much time it will take to solve that question. Whether it takes a minute or it will take more than a minute. You should have that judgment. Okay. If you are once good in that, what you can do is, first of all, by reading the entire question paper, as we have already discussed, you will solve those 20 questions first. Okay, and take for example, for reading all the questions and solving these 20 questions, assume you have consumed some 30 minutes of time. You will be left with more 1.5 hours. So in that 1.5 hours, you can solve the remaining questions and easily clear the paper. The students, those who followed this strategy, for them it is little bit moderate. And the students who doesn't follow this strategy and they keep on solving each and every question from the beginning, for them definitely I am telling it very clearly, for them it will be a very challenging task to clear this paper. The reason is very simple. There are some questions, around 10 to 15 questions, which will take almost 5 minutes of time to solve them. If you keep on solving those questions itself, further 10 to 15 questions itself, it will take more than an hour. I am speaking about the time, presence of mind in the examination hall. See, after finishing the examination, the persons like me anyway will explain the things and everything. We will previously practice the things and we will just explain here in the session. That is okay. But in real time it will take some 5 minutes of time. Okay, there are some questions. So please keep these things in your mind. Okay, while solving the questions, you should be able to analyze the question and then at the same time you should know that how much time it is going to take for you to solve that question. If you know these two things, then easily you can solve the paper, else it becomes a challenging task for the students to clear this paper. Okay, now come to the next questions. Now we will discuss the questions one by one. Okay, now see here students, I have taken the set A paper. So whatever the questions which are there in that order, I have taken that one. Now see here, there is a natural number n such that it can be expressed as, n can be expressed as p plus q plus r. N can be expressed as p plus q plus r, where p, q and r are distinct factors of n. See, very clearly they are mentioning they are not equal, they are distinct factors for n. Okay, next, how many numbers below 50 have this property? So here our range is below 50, right? Here our range is below 50. So now please observe here students, first of all, anyway our numbers will be very small numbers. Okay, very small numbers. So I will take 1. I will start taking from 1 for example. How many factors are there? Just 1. But I should have a minimum of 3 factors, right? So I cannot take 1. I cannot take 1. Why? Because I should have a minimum of 3 factors. Next, 2. Anyway, 2 is a prime number. It will have only 2 factors. So I cannot take this one also. Next, 3. 3 is also a prime number. I cannot take this one. Next, 4. Yes, 4 will have 3 factors. But what are the factors? 1, 2 and 4. So 4, anyway 4 is a number. It should be equal to the same number, right? If I add all these numbers, anyway it will cross beyond 4. So this is also not possible for us. Next one is 5. 5 is a prime number, so it will have only 2 factors. Next, 6. Please observe carefully. What are the factors for 6? First of all, 1, 2, 3 and 6 are the factors for 6. But I should not take 6. The reason is very simple. If I add anything to 6, it will cross beyond 6. It is of no use. So I will take 1, 2 and 3 as the factors. So 6 is equal to what? 1 plus 2 plus 3. So 6 is the smallest number which satisfies this condition for the first. 6 is the smallest number which satisfies n, which satisfies this rule for the first time. And then next, please observe your students. Definitely you should have this idea. All the multiples of 6 it will satisfy, right? All the multiples of 6 means I will multiply 6 both sides with 2. Then what happens? It becomes 12. If I multiply both sides as a 2 individually, so 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6. That means 2 plus 4 plus 6 is also 12, and 2 is a factor for 12, 4 is a factor for 12 and 6 is also a factor for 12. Okay, now understood the concept. Now if you keep on observing like this, the next, if I multiply this with 3, what happens to this one? 18. If I multiply this with 3, 3 plus 6 plus 9, what it is? 18. Is 3 a factor of 18? Yes. Is 6 a factor of 18? Yes. Is 9 a factor of 18? Yes. Now from this, by observing these 3, we should get an idea that yes, here the rule is nothing but you need to tell how many multiples of 6 are there which are less than 50. Now tell me how many multiples of the 6 are there which are less than 50? There are 8 multiples. There are 8 multiples of 6 which are less than 50 which satisfies this condition. This condition. Understood, students? Like this we can solve the problems. Anyway, our question is below 50. So our answer here becomes 8. Our answer here becomes what? 8. Understood? This takes some times. Definitely it will take some 3 to 4 minutes of time in the examination hall. I am telling it very clearly. So these type of questions try to avoid at the initial phase of filtering. You should read the you should solve it by the filtering process. Easier questions first, next moderate and then the difficult. This question you can consider it as a difficult question. Why? Because you should write all the chances. As I have already practiced and I am teaching now, okay, it is fine for me. But in real time, what happens in the examination hall? It will take around some 4 to 5 minutes. If you keep on solving this, it will waste your time. Keep this thing in your mind. Next one. There are 3 prime numbers, okay, there are 3 prime numbers P, Q and R. P, Q and R, each less than 20. That means all the 3 prime numbers are less than 20. So make a note of all the prime numbers which are less than 20. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and 19. These are the prime numbers less than 20. Okay, such that the relation between them was given as P minus Q is equal to Q minus R. P minus Q is equal to Q minus R. From this, if I send R to that side, what it becomes? P plus R. That is equal to 2Q, right? If I send Q to this side, it will become what? 2Q. Now, how many distinct possible values can we get for P plus Q plus R? That is a question they are asking us here. Now, see here students, in place of Q, I will put each of these values for ones. What will happen in place of Q if I put all these values for ones? In Q, if I take Q as 2, what happens to the sum? 4, right? I mean 2Q means what it becomes? 4. So in bracket I am taking 2. Why? Because I have taken 2. Next, in place of Q if I take 3, what it becomes? 6. In place of Q if I take 5, what it becomes? 10. In place of Q I will take 7, so 14. Next what it becomes? 22. Next what it becomes? 26. Next what it becomes? 34. And at last 38. These are the chances I have for Q. Let us assume these are the chances. Now tell me, by adding any one of these two prime numbers, will I get my answer as, why I am telling means, they are clearly mentioning that we need to add them and we need to write the relation. By adding any two prime numbers, will we get the sum as 4? The least one is 4. If I add the least 2 also, what is the sum I am getting here? 5. But what I am getting here? 4, which is not possible. Right, next it is 6. Will I get 6 as a sum by adding any one of these? No. Why? Because see, 6 means an even number. When you will get an even number by adding two odd numbers, so I cannot take 2. 3 plus 5 are the minimum odd numbers. So 3 plus 5 is what here? 8, which is not at all possible. Next it is 10. 3 plus 5 it is 8, or else 7 plus 3 it is 10, right? So one chance for me. 7 plus 3, there is a chance. 7 plus 3, 10. Yes, this is a pair. So what are the pairs I can have? 7, 3 and 5. This is one pair I can have. Put that aside. Next 14. Sum as 14. See, if I add 3 plus 11. 3 plus 11, what it becomes? 14. So 3, 11 and 7. In place of Q, I will take 7. This is one pair. Next sum as 22. If I add 5 with 17, what it becomes? 22. 5 with 17, what it becomes? 22. So what are the pairs I can take here? 5, 17 and 11. Okay. Next 26. If you observe carefully, if I add 19 with 7, what I will get here? 26. So 19 plus 7, what it is? 26. So what is the other pair I have here? 19, 7 and 13. 13. See, don't take 26 students. We should take 13. Next 34. So 17 and 19. If I add 17 and 19, what is the sum I will get here? 36, which was not there, which is not required. 13 plus 17, what it is? 30. So it is between that one. So it is not at all possible. The highest one is 19. You cannot add 19 for 2 times. So this one is also not possible. So how many pairs are there for us here? Please observe carefully. We have 4 pairs. If you add them also, you will get 4 distinct sums. Possible values for P plus Q plus R, you will get 4 distinct values for P plus Q plus R. So here our answer becomes what? 4. Here our answer becomes 4. Understood? Like this you need to solve the problem. Definitely these questions will take some time, students. Okay, next one. How many possible values of P plus Q plus R are satisfying their condition? 1 by P plus 1 by Q plus 1 by R, which is equal to 1. See students, they are asking us about the P plus Q plus R, not the individual values. They are not asking us the PQRs. They are asking us P plus Q plus R. So tell me, what are the possibilities I can have? The general idea, 1 by 3, 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3. What it becomes? 1. So this is one chance. And they said that not necessarily distinct. That means I can use them in the repetitive mode also. Okay. Next it becomes what? 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4. Half plus quarter, what it becomes? A single full. So this one becomes the second pair. And the third pair is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6. This sum is also equal to 1. This sum is also equal to 1. So this one. So total how many pairs are there? 3. They mentioned not necessarily distinct. If they have mentioned distinct means how many pairs we would have got? Only one pair. But here that is not necessarily distinct means how many chances are there for us? 3 chances are there for us. 3 chances are there for us here, students. So students, as I have already solved it, I can write it very quickly. But in examination, these things will not happen. It will take some time. So better avoid these questions in the first level of answering the questions. Next one. This is similar to our series. Already we have seen. See, whatever the things which are in a repetitive manner, we have learned this for multiple times in our concepts. So what happens here? Years. Calendar will run right after December. Once again we will start from January. So if that is the case, January, they have given January, December, October, some X, March, okay, and they given October and some Y and September. This is the order they given for us, right? So now please observe here, 13, I am taking 13, 13. The reason is here I have 12, 10. If you observe, 1 also you can take, 1 or 13, 1 or 13. But which one will be best for us? By taking 13 and 13. Next X we don't know. Next March is 3rd, October is 10th. Why we don't know, and September is 9th month. Right? Now please observe here, 13 to 13, what is the difference? 0. 13 to 12, what is the difference? 1. 12 to 10, what is the difference? 2. Now please observe, is it following a pattern? Yes, it is following a pattern. We have learned this with series. In the series we have solved the similar one. So next difference should be what? 3, and the next difference should be what? 4. Please check whether it will follow or not. 10 minus 3, what it is? 7. 7 minus 4, what it is? 3. So that means what is the 7th month we have? July. Next difference should be what? 5. See here students, anyway you will get 5 only difference, no need to worry. And next difference should be what? 6. 10 minus 6, what it becomes? 4. What is the 4th month for us? April. April is the 4th month for us. So here our answer becomes July and April. Here the answer becomes July and April. A easy question, you can get the answer in a minute. So you should solve it in the first phase. Okay, next one. Team X scored a total of n runs in 20 overs. Okay, X scored n runs in how many overs? 20 overs. Okay, next. Team Y tied the score means what? They also scored the same runs. N runs in how many overs? In 10 overs, in 10% less overs. 10%. What is 10% of 20 students? We all know it is 2. Simple and direct. So that means they will score n runs in how many overs? Just 18 overs. They will score n runs in how many overs? Just 18 overs. Then had teams Y average run rate. Okay, run rate means here the number of runs scored in an over. See here, for example, here the run rate is some A. That means number of runs scored per over is A here, assume initially. So n value will become what, students? 18 into A, right? Why? Because in every over they are scoring A runs. So in 18 overs they will score 18 into A. So 18 into A. Okay, good, superb. Next, what they are telling, see here, had team Y's average run rate has been 50% higher, the score would have been tied in 12 overs. That means if the run rate is 50%, so that means new run rate will become what, students? A plus 50% of A means A by 2. So new run rate is here is 3A by 2. If this is the new run rate, then the target would have changed in how many overs? In just 12 overs. That means target gets tied in how many overs? 12 overs. So that means according to this, n will be equal to what? According to new data, 3A by 2 into 12. 3A by 2 into 12. They are asking us how many runs means they are asking us about n. With this given data, in worst case what we can do, here n and here n both are equal. So you can write it as 18 into A is equal to 3A by 2 into 12. Right? Nothing more than that. So AA will get cancelled and it is practically not at all possible for us to find the value of n. Why? Because with this given data, we cannot find the value of n. So here our answer becomes cannot be determined. Why? Because this is the data which we have. They didn't mention the run rate of X. They didn't mention the actual run rate of Y. If they have mentioned the actual run rate of Y, then we could have solved it. But it is not happening here. So this is the thing which is, so because of that reason we cannot find the answer for this question. Can't be determined. Next one. See students, I have said this for the many times that definitely they will ask a question from this effective percentage while discussing the percentage concept. Okay, here also they asked, but a little bit difference is there. How did we solve if a percentage, if a value is increased by 10%, generally what we have done there, 10% is equal to 1 by 10. So we have taken initial and final, we have written 10 and 11. Why? Because 10 plus 11. If you observe our percentage video. So that means here what we can do here, students, please observe, here it is increased by K percentage. First increased by K percentage. K percentage increase, initial, final. K percentage means how you will write it in fraction? K by 100, right? K by 100. So if initial is 100, what about final? 100 plus K. Why? Because it is increased by K percentage first. Next what they are doing, and then decreased by K percentage. That means next K percentage decrease. That means same K by 100. But what will happen here? Initial is 100, final will become what for us here? 100 minus K. Final becomes what here? 100 minus K. Next once again increased by K percentage. That means K by 100. So initial is 100, final will become what? 100 plus K. Next K percentage decremental. So what it becomes? K by 100. So what it becomes? 100 and 100 minus K. Why? Because a decrease. So now what we have done there? We multiplied them. Right? Do you remember? we multiplied them. So 100 into 100 into 100, how many zeros? 8 zeros. This becomes what? 10 power 8. A plus B into A minus B, what is this product? 100 square minus k square. What is this product? 100 square minus k square. A into A, what it becomes? A square. So this will become what for us? 100 square minus k square whole square. 100 square minus k square A square. So this is initial value and this is final value. Initial value. That means what will become? P is equal to 10 power 8. Initial, right? Initial, the price is P of the commodity. And finally it becomes what? Q. If the new price is Q, that means final price is what here? Q. Q is what? 10 square minus k square whole square. They are asking the relation between these two things only, right? The options are given, those are the options, right? Now please observe, cross multiply this. What you will get here? P into 100 square, I will write it as 10 to the power of 4 minus k square whole square is equal to Q into 10 to the power of 8. Which one is the correct answer? Option A is the correct option. Did you remember, students? We discussed these type of questions, but with values, and everything is same. Initial is 10 by power 8, final is this one. So P is 10 power 8, Q is, so they are trying to write the relation between these two, right? Simply cross multiply them. Simply cross multiply them. So you will get the answer. That's it. Okay. The next one. See here, this one. I discussed this type of question while discussing the cubes and all those concepts. Did you remember? See, this is 60. Instead of 60, if it is 64, we would have solved it very effectively, right? Did you remember? Why? Because we can write it easily with 4 into 4 into 4. But here they given it as 60. How I will get 60, students? General, the basic awareness is 3 4s are 12, 12 5s are 60. This is one chance, right? I am taking the minimum case, minimum numbers of product, not the big numbers of product. I am taking the small numbers of product, so that it becomes easy. So now please see here, 3 parts, 4 parts and 5 parts means how many cuts I will make? Do you remember? We discussed the same thing. When one cut is made, the cube will be divided into how many parts? 2 parts. A face will be divided into how many parts? 2 parts. Now if it is becoming 3 parts means how many cuts I need to make here? 2 cuts. Am I correct? 4 means how many cuts I need to make here? 3 cuts. 5 means how many cuts I need to make here? 4 cuts. Minimum case. So 2 plus 3 plus 4, what it is? 9. The minimum number of cuts is 9. That is correct. Yes, that is correct. Next, the number of smaller pieces which I have not painted. See, here this one requires a little bit of visualization for us. We will try to solve it. We will try to draw a visualized diagram. Please see it once. Assume it is a 3-storied building, cubicle building. I will slice it along its horizontally 3 parts. Okay, 3 sections means 2 cuts. Okay, but please observe here, I will change the color of the pen and I will try to show you. Okay, now if I cut along this direction, 4 cuts. If I make 4 cuts here, I will make 4 cuts in this direction. Okay, so what will happen means like this, right? It will get slices, it will get sliced. That means from the upper portion I am making it into 4 cuts. So how it will get cutted, right? Like this, it will get divided like this, right? Along its height I have broken like this. Now when it comes to its other side, I will break like this. 3 cuts, I will make 3 cuts. 1, 2, 3. 3 cuts, I will make like this, 3 cuts. And anyway the same back cuts it will make, so we will not bother about those back things. Okay, next along its breadth. Okay, let me take another color. I will break like this. Only 2 cuts. 1, 2. Okay, like this I will make. Now please see here. From here, please observe how many stories are there? 3 stories building are there. Anyway, all the colors are painted with yellow. That means the topmost layer will get a paint on at least one side. The bottommost layer will get paint on at least one layer. Am I correct? Now where the paint, the chance to get not to get paint means only in the middle layer. Only in the middle layer. In the middle layer also, the sides, front and back will get paint, right? So which one will not get paint at all? Tell me, students. The cubes which are present in the middle. What are the cubes? See here from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the cubes which are present below this 6 cubes, they will not get painted on any face. On these cubes they will get, but the cubes which are present below this one. Why? Because 3 layers, right? First layer, middle layer and lower layer. Upper layer it will get paint, lower layer it will get paint. So the middle layer will not get paint, right? And that to the middle one. When it comes to this sides one, they will get paint on at least one face. So how many are there for me here? 6. 6 are there for me here. So not painted on any face is 6. So here you should require little bit visualization. So here our answer becomes both 1 and 2 are correct. Both 1 and 2 are correct here. Understood, students? Like this you should visualize the things and try to solve this one. If it was made into a perfect one, then most of the students would have got the answer easily. But it is not done in that manner. Little bit of visualization is required for us. And you should know that to make it into 3 parts, how many cuts are required, 4 parts, how many cuts are required, and 5 parts, how many cuts are required. That is very, very important. Next, this is a simple and direct question. Triodes, you can take right angle triodes, or 7 square plus 24 square, what it is? 25 square. And similarly 12 square plus 16 square, what it is? 20 square. And in the same order I need to find 16 square plus 63 square. If you solve it, what you will get? This will be equal to 65 square. 65 square. Or else if you are really good in finding the unit digit, what is the unit digit you will get here? 16 square means 6 unit digit. 9 3 square means what is the unit digit you will get? 9. 6 plus 9, what it is? 5. So the unit digit of my answer should be 5. Tell me, if I square this one unit digit, I will get 0. If I square this one, I will get unit digit 6. If I square this unit digit 6. The only option left for me is 65. You can do like that also. Or else simply find the square root of that value, you will get 65. In any way you can do, or option verification. It is up to you, ma. In less than a minute you can solve that one. Next one, the petrol price shot up by 10%. So initial, final. Okay, the petrol price was shot up by 10% as a result of hike in the crude oil prices. The price of the petrol before the hike was rupees 90 per liter. Okay, before hike what they are telling, its value is equal to rupees 90 per liter. 90 rupees. And after hike it is increased by 10%, right? So 90 plus what is 10% of 99? So that means after hike the price became how much? 99 rupees. After hike the price became how much? 99 rupees. A person travels 2200 kilometers every month. Okay, he will travel 2200 kilometers every month, means initially he would have traveled 2200 kilometers. Now we don't know how many kilometers he will travel. Let us assume x kilometers. And his cars gives a mileage of 16 kmpl. Okay, 60 km per liter is the mileage. Mileage will not be changed. By how many kilometers should he reduce his travel if he wants to maintain the same expenditure? That means whatever the amount which he is spending initially, now he should spend the same amount. First of all, how many liters will be consumed here? Tell me. 2200 kilometers by distance by its mileage is the number of liters. And the price, this many liters, right, into 90. This is the amount which he will spend. And what is the amount which will be spent by him in this case? X kilometers and its mileage is 6. So this many liters will be consumed here. And this value price means what? Into 99. Into 99. Now what they are telling is this expenditure and this expenditure should be equal. So what I can write? 2200 by 16 into 90 is equal to x by 16 into 99. 16 get cancelled. 9 tens, 9 11s, 11 ones, 11 200s. That means x, the new distance travelled by him is how much? Just 2000 kilometers. Actually he will travel how much? 2200 kilometers. Now tell me what is the difference between this one and that one? 200 kilometers. That means he should reduce his travel distance by how much? 200 kilometers. Then his what we can say expenditure remains constant. Next one. A 4-digit number n is such that when divided by 3, 5, 6, 9 leaves a remainder 1, 3, 4. See here students, this type of questions very simple by option verification. Already we solved in our number system also. Please do watch that one. So remainder 1, 3, 4 and 7 respectively. Now please see here option verification. See, what is the divisibility rule of 3? Sum of the digits should be divisible by 3. The first option is what? 1068. That means what? 1 plus 6 plus 8. What is 1 plus 6 plus 8, students? It is 15. When you divide this with 3, it is exactly divisible, right? That means what is the remainder you will get if you divide 1068 with 3? 0. But what is the remainder we should get here? 3. So this is wrong. Okay, take the second option. When you divide it with 3, you may get a chance. Remainder as 1. Why? Because 1 plus 0 plus 7 plus 2. What it is? 10. Yes, when you divide it with 3, the remainder is 1. Okay, it is satisfying. But when you divide the number with 5, what is the remainder I should get here? 3. 3 is the remainder I should get here. So when you divide 1072 with 5, what is the remainder you will get? 2. Basic thing, right? So this one is also gone. Now please observe here, this one is also 1082, right? When you divide this one with 5, what is the remainder you will get? 2. But what is the remainder I should get here? 3. So this one is also gone. Out of 4, if 3 are wrong, obviously the fourth one is correct. So here option C is correct. If you verify also, you will get the same answer. So please do these type of questions with the help of option verification, which will be very easy and very quickly you will get the answers. Okay, right. Next one. This is question based on inequality. Now see here, B is always greater than E. B is always greater than E. Now please observe here, students. That means B to E. I should travel from B to E. Okay, B to C, okay, I can go. From C to D, can I go? No, it is a closed door. It is a closed door. I cannot move in this direction. So the first one is wrong. Okay, next come to then S is always less than V. That means I should travel from V to S. V to U I can go, U to T I can go, T to S I can go. But what is the problem here, students? They are telling that always. If they simply say that S is less than, okay, that is fine. But if it is always, means what is happening here? If you observe carefully, there is a chance for equal to also, right? Equal. There is a chance. So this one is also wrong. So here both neither follows. So here our answer becomes option D. Option D. Answer is option D. Next one. What is the unit digit in the multiple? See, we discussed this problem. When you multiply 5 with any even digit, what is the unit digit we will get? 0. When you multiply 5 with any odd digit, what is the unit digit we will get? 5. These are the only two chances, right? We discussed this one while discussing the units digit or number of zeros concept. We came across this one. Now please see this series: 1 into 3 into 5 into 7 into 9 and up to 99. All are odd numbers and we have a 5 in that. So what will be the unit digit? 5. Very easy. By reading the question itself, you can answer in just 5 seconds if you know the concept. Just very simple question. Next, consider the first 100 natural numbers. How many of them are not divisible by 2, 3, 5, 7 and 9. See here, students, here we don't require 9. Why? What is the reason? All the numbers which are divisible by 9 are divisible by 3, right? All the numbers which are divisible by 9. Take 18. Is 18 divisible by 3? Yes, already it will get cancelled with 3, right? So why we will check with 9? It is waste of time. So here no need to check 9. Here just 2, 3, 5 and 7 are required. Okay. Actually this question is related to prime numbers. For example, if you want to check whether the given number is prime number or not, how you will check? Take an example. I will take 98. I need to check whether 98 is a prime number or not. Or why 98? I will take 97 for better understanding. Anyway, 97 is a prime number, we know, but we will check it. How you will check whether 97 is a prime number or not? We will see the immediate above perfect square number, that is 10, which is 10 square is equal to 100. 10 square is equal to 100, right? So what we will do, we will write all the prime numbers below 10, right? Write all the prime numbers below 10. What are the prime numbers below 10? 2, 3, 5 and 7. These are the 4 prime numbers. And we will check whether 97 is divisible by 2. Whether 97 is, if it is divisible, it is not a prime number or composite number. If it is not divisible, then that becomes a prime number. 97 by 2, not possible. 97 by 3, not possible. 97 by 5. So we can say that we will declare that 97 is a prime number. That means indirectly they are asking us not divisible by 2, 3, 5 and 7 means they are asking us the prime numbers which are less than 100. Generally the prime numbers less than 100 are how many? 25. But here already the numbers are given, right? 2, 3, 5 and 7. Why? Because those prime numbers are divisible by 2, 3, 5 and 7 respectively, right? So 25 minus 4, what it is? 21. So how many numbers are there for us here? 21 numbers are there. So indirectly he is asking us prime numbers below 100 other than 2, 3, 5 and 7. Prime numbers below 100 are how many in number? 25. And if I want to exclude 2, 3, 5 and 7, I should exclude 4. So 25 minus 4, what it becomes? 21. And here our answer becomes 21. Understood? Purely conceptual questions. These are purely concept. If you understand the concept, within no time you will get the answer. Next, x values can range from 4 to 8 and y values can range from 2 to 7. To get the maximum value of x plus y, what I should take? Tell me. I should take the maximum values of x and y, right? What is the maximum value of x? 8. What is the maximum value of y? 7. So that means 15 is the maximum value for x plus y. What is the minimum value of, tell me? To get the minimum value of x minus y. Why? Because they asked only the minimum value of x minus y. What I should take? I should take x in minimum and y as maximum. Okay, what is x? Minimum value of x is 4. And what is the maximum value of y? 7. So 4 minus 7, that becomes what? Minus 3. So they are asking us the ratio between. Ratio means what? 15 by minus 3. 15 by minus 3. So what will be our answer here? 15 by minus 3 will be the perfect answer. But here we don't have that option. So none of this will be the answer for us in this case. None of this will be the answer for us. Okay. Next one. Let both P and K be prime number. Okay. P comma K are prime numbers such that P square plus K is also a prime number. Okay. Which is less than 30 and this is less than 30. P square plus K is less than 30. That means see here students, what are the prime numbers less than 30? Make a note of those numbers. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23 and 29. These are the prime numbers less than 30. And now one more thing students, please observe carefully. Except to all the remaining prime numbers are what? Except to all the remaining prime numbers are odd numbers, right? Anyway, we should add P square plus K, right? That means I should take 2 should be one number, right? Why? Because see, when you add, if I don't take, consider 2. That means one of these two numbers should be 2, definitely. If I don't consider 2, what will happen means all the remaining are what? Odd numbers. So odd number plus odd number will become what? Even number. So that means it will not become a prime number. That means definitely either P should be 2 or K should be 2. These are the two chances we have. So the first case I will take P as 2. If P is 2, what about P square? It becomes 4. Now I will add each and every one to this one. So first I will take 3. 4 plus 3. What it is? 7. Yes, it is a prime number. There is a chance. Next 4 plus 5. What it is? 9. Is it a prime number? No, it is not a chance. So that means K values I am taking here. K value of 3 is possible. K value of 5 is not possible. Next 4 plus 7. What it becomes? 11. Yes, it is a prime number. There is a chance. Next 4 plus 11. What it becomes? 15. It is not a prime number. There is no chance. Next 4 plus 13. What it becomes? 17. Yes, it is a prime number. There is a chance. Next 4 plus 17. What it becomes? 21. No chance for us. Why? Because that is not a prime number. Next 4 plus 19. What it becomes? 23. Yes, there is a chance. Next 4 plus 23. What it becomes? 27. It is not a prime number. No chance. Next 4 plus 29. Anyway, it will exceed to 30. Not required for us. 33 is not a prime number, but it is not required for us. Okay. So how many chances are there for K? 3, 7, 13 and 19. Chances are there. Okay. When P is equal to 2, that is the chance. If I assume K is equal to 2. If I take K as a 2, I will check whether there is any possibility for K is equal to 2 or not. Simple check. See P square. First I will take 3. That is 3 square is what? 9. I will take P square as 3 square. 9 plus 2. What it becomes? 11. Is this a prime number? Yes. K as 2 is also a possibility, right? So now tell me how many chances are there. No need to check for the remaining things, students. No need to check for. So K as 2 is a possibility. K as 3. So K as 2 is a possibility for me. 3 is a possibility. 7 is a possibility. 13 is a possibility and 19 is a possibility. These are the possibilities for me. So how many values of k are possible for me? 5 values of k are possible here. So this takes some time, students, but you will get the answer by using the concept. Okay, next one. There are n sets of numbers each having only 3 positive integers with LCM. Okay, 1001. While discussing the problems, we came across this 1001, and at that time also I told you, there is one specialty for this one. What we can say? It is 7 into 11 into 13 is 1001, and they are saying that n sets of number having only 3 positive integers with LCM. 3 positive integers. What are those? That means the numbers are 7, 11 and 13. What is the LCM of prime numbers? Product. So LCM is 7, 11, and what is the HCF of prime numbers? 1. So this pair will satisfy that condition? Yes, it will satisfy, sir. Not only this, students, if I take like this, 7 11s are 77, 11 and 13 also will satisfy the same condition. Their LCM is also 1001 and HCF is 1, and why only I should take like this? 7, 91, 11 and 13. This is also one more possibility for me. Yes. Why only like this? I can take 7, 77 and 13. This is also one chance for me. Yes. Why only this? 7, 143 and 13. This is one chance for me. Yes. Like this, if you keep on writing, actually students, you will get 32 chances. But in examination, if you cross 88, that is enough. So here our answer will become more than 8. More than 8. Like this, we will have more than 8 chances. More than 8 chances. This is little bit tricky. You cannot write all the 32. If you keep on writing all the chances, it will waste your time. Just write up to 8. That too, if it is possible for you, and then leave it. Okay, more than 8 possibilities are there here. Okay. Next one. This one is also a little bit tricky question, students. Why? Because it also wastes us a lot of time. PQR, right? Minus PS. I need to subtract it from PS. Okay. And the output should be what? PPT. The output should be what? PPT. Okay. They clearly mentioned it is a 3-digit and it is a 2-digit. Okay. Where here non-zero distinct also they mentioned. And they given that Q value is equal to 3. Q value is 3. They mentioned. Now first of all, see here. You are subtracting these two, right? You are subtracting these two. So some basic common sense. P is coming as it is. P means what? Nothing is going as a carry from P to Q, right? No value is going as a carry from P to Q. That means P is coming as it is to here means. That means what I can say, Q value will be definitely greater than P. Then only the carry will not happen, right? Else the carry will happen. So definitely Q value should be greater than P. So if Q value is 3, what about P? 1 and 2. Only 2 chances are there for P. What are those? 1 and 2. I cannot take 0. Why? Because if I take 0, it becomes a 2-digit number. Why? Because in question they clearly mentioned PQR is a 3-digit number. So the chances for P are 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Definitely 1 and 2. For timing, I will put 2 initially. If I take 2, 3 minus 2, what it becomes? 2. 3 minus 2. Assume nothing is gone for a carry from Q to R also. 3 minus 2, what it becomes? 3 minus 2. What should it become, students? What it becomes? 1, right? So, but what I should have here? 1. 2 only. But 2 and 1. Is it possible to have this one? No, it is not possible. Now, for example, if I take P value as 1. If I take P value as, sir, now also I will get 3 minus 2, 1 is equal to 1 means, yes, you will get, but if Q gives a carry to R, then what happens to Q value? It will come down to 2. So 2 minus 1, what it becomes? 1. There is a possibility, right? That means definitely I can say that R value is less than S. R value is less than S. R value is less than S. And next, they are asking us the possible values for R and S. And observe here, students, R and S difference should be equal to what? 2. R and S, and remember one more thing, not just R and S. Here you will have 10 plus R. 10 plus R. Why I am taking 10 means? Why? Because here I am giving a carry. 10 plus R minus S should be equal to what? T. Should be equal to what? T. Okay, understood? Understood? Now, What are the possible values for t? For t I have 5 possibilities. How many? Initially, you may think 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. But what happens here is I cannot take 3 and 1. What is the reason? Already 3 and 1 are taken by p. So for t I will have only 3 chances, 2, 4 and 5. So 10 plus r minus s is equal to 2 is one chance. And next 10 plus r minus s is equal to 4 is one chance. 10 plus r minus s is equal to 5 chances. Now if you keep on taking values for r and s, now please see here, in this case I cannot take r and s values as 1, 2 and 3. Why? What is the reason? Already I have taken 1, 2 and 3 for all the remaining. So r and s I can take many number of values here, here and here. So if you keep on checking, you will get more than 4. You will get more than 4. These are the conditions, students. These are the conditions. Put r and s values here accordingly and you will get the answer more than 4. More than 4 will be the answer for this question. Next one. See, this one is just like option verification only. First of all, write down what is the question they given for us. AB underscore CC underscore A, underscore in the sense empty space. Under B, C, C, C. Next B, B, C and C. What my suggestion is, write down this one for 4 times or 3 times, whatever, 4 times. Quickly. Why? Because we can write it quickly in empty spaces. Quickly write down one below the other one. Okay, in examination also please follow this pattern so that you will get the idea very quickly. I am telling you, this is the best practice. Why? Because within no time you can write all these things. I am intentionally writing this for 4 times. The reason is I have 4 options. Now please simply put the 4 options here. First one is B, C, B, C, A. Please try to check either it is possible. A, B, B, C, C, C. Okay, up to here it means looking somewhat okay. Next A, B, B and 4 C's. Okay, up to here it is also fine. Next I should have once again A, B, B and 5 C's, right? It is not following any pattern. That one is gone. Next second option A, B, A, C, B, C, A. Please see here A, B, A, triple C, A, B, B, 4 C, B, B, C, C, A. It is also not following any pattern. Now next substitute the next option A, B, B, next C, B, A, C. Now please observe here A, B, B, C, C, C. A, B, B, C, 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 A, B, B, C, 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 C. So that means A for 1 times, B for 2 times and C for 3 times. Is it following a pattern? Yes, it is following a pattern. Then our answer is option C. This is the best method, students. Don't think too much or try to split it, that, this, everything. Simply write for 4 times, one above the other. By seeing the question once, write it down by taking some space and simply put all the options, whichever it looks convincing for you, that will be our answer. Right? Is it correct? So keep that thing in your mind and try to solve it. Next one. What is the minimum? See, we solved the similar one by taking 10 power n. Do you remember? What is the highest value of n? While solving the problems, we came across this one. But here, divisible by 35 power n. 35 power n means what I can write? 7 into 5 whole to the power of n. If it is 10 power n, we would have taken what? 5 into 2. Did you remember? Number of zeros concept. So now we would have found what is the highest, power of 5 and 2 together we can take. How many pairs of, here you need to check how many pairs of 7 and 5 we need to take. So simply 7, the given question is 7 into 343 into 385 into 1000 into 2401 into 5 sevens. So first of all, do the prime factorization. 7 can be written as 7. 343 can be written as 7 cube. 385 can be written as, please see 385 what we can write. 385 when I divide it with 7, 55. So 5 11s are. So I can write this 7 into 5 into 11. So I can write 385 as 5 into 7. Next 1000. What I can write 1000, students? Please see here. 5 200s are. 5 40s are. 5 8s are. That means what I can write 1000 as 5 cube into 2 cube. Am I correct? Next 2401 is nothing but 7 to the power of 4. If you solve it also, you will get the same thing. Into this one I can write as 7 into 5 ones for time being. It is of no use for me. Now tell me, simply observe 7 and 5 powers, that is enough. 7 power 1 plus 3, 4, 5, 9 and 10. When it comes to 5 power 1 plus 3, what it becomes? 4. Right? Do you have any other choice? No. So how many pairs of 7 and 5 I can make here? I can make just 4 pairs of 7 and 5. Why? Because I have 7 tens. It is of no use. I have just 5 4. So how many pairs I can make? 4. So 35 power n. N value I can take it as 4. N value I can take it as 4. Understood? Similar to number of zeros but little bit different. Next, series 1. Already I told you. Whenever you see a series, if you are able to understand it, good. If not, check in the reverse order. Right? 18 to 36. What is happening here? Into 2. And if you observe carefully, 12 to 18, chances are 12 ones are 12, 12 twos are 24. But here it is 18 means 1.5. If you observe carefully, 1.5, 2 means next it should be what? 2.5. Is it satisfying this? 36 into 2.5? 36 twos are 72 and half of 36 is 18. 72 plus 18, 90. Okay, it is satisfying the condition. So that means it should follow this pattern. Next it should be multiplied with what? If from here to into 1 and from here to here 0.5. So 24 into 0.5 means it will become what? 12. And please check whether it is continuing or not. 12 ones are 12. It is satisfying, right? So in place of x, what I will get here? 12. Simple question, students. There are around 15 to 20 questions in this paper which we will get answer in a minute. So you should attempt those questions first. One of those questions answers is this one. Next one. P and Q walk along a circular. This one is related to our relative speed. We discussed this one also, students, while discussing time and distance. Relative speed concept. Problems on trains and all those things we discussed. So relative speed. Now, from a point, assume P went to this direction and Q went to this direction. P went to this direction and Q went to this direction. They start at 5 a.m. from the same point in the opposite direction. P walks at an average. He will make 5 rounds in an hour. When it comes to Q, he makes 3 rounds in an hour. Assume the distance of this track is some d. Now tell me in 1 hour. In 1 hour, P travels what distance? 5d, right? Why? Because he will make 5 rounds. In 1 hour, P travels what distance? 5d distance. Similarly, in 1 hour, Q travels what distance? 3d distance. Why? Because he will do 3 rounds. Now tell me what will be the speed of P? Distance travelled by time taken. So 5d by 1, his speed is 5d. Now tell me what is the speed of Q? 3d by 1. So his speed is 3d. Now they are moving in opposite direction or same direction? They are moving in opposite directions. If two objects are moving in opposite directions, what happens to their relative speed? Their speeds will be added. So what is the relative speed in this case? 5d plus 3d, which is equal to 8d. That means their relative speed is 8d. Now in what time they both will meet? Time is equal to distance by relative speed here. Distance is d and relative speed is how much? 8d. That means for every 1 by 8 hours, they both will meet for once. For every 1 by 8 hours, they both will meet for once. Am I correct? So one time in how much time? One time in 1 by 8 hours. But what is the time period they given for us? From 5:20 to 7 a.m. 5:20 to 7 a.m. means how many hours? 1 hour 40 minutes. So first of all, 1 hour 40 minutes. Please convert this into hours, students. So what it becomes? 140 by 60 hours. 2 times and 3 times. So 2 by 3 hours. So it will become 5 by 3 hours. It becomes what? 5 by 3 hours for us. So what it becomes? In one time in 1 by 3 hours. So in 5 by 3 hours, how many times? Let us assume it has some x times. So cross multiply it. 1 by 8 into x is equal to 1 into 5 by 3. So x value will become what? 40 by 3. That one you will get 13.333. Forget about this 0.33 terms. So perfect value is how much? 13. That means they both will meet for how many times? 13 times. They both will meet for how many times? 13 times here. Okay, understood the concept. This one is based on relative speed. They asked one more question from this relative speed, students. Later, problems on trains. Next, this one is also just option verification. What they given? 60, 15, 3, 20 and 4 is equal to what? 20. Same thing, students. You write them for 2 times, 3 times or 4 times if you are permitted based on your requirement. Why? Because we can take the answer very quickly if you do this method. Why? Because based on the answer, anyway you need to do it. Meanwhile, if you get the answer in the first or second option, then it is good. But this is the process. Next, first S means what? Division. Okay, I will put division here. Next, P means what? Plus. Next, R means what? Into. And Q means what? Minus. So according to board mass, first what I should do? I should solve this. 60 divisible by 15, what it becomes? 4. Next, I should multiply. Plus 320s are 60 and last minus. So what you will get here? 60 plus 4 and you will get 60. But what it should be equal to 20. So the first option is wrong. Now come to the second one. 60Q. Q means what? Minus. R means what? Into. Next, P means what? Plus. And S means what? Division. First what I should do? I should divide. 20 divided by 4, what did you get? 5 plus. Next multiplication, 15 3s are 45 minus, and what I will have? 60. Now please see here, 60 plus 5, what did it become? 65. 65 minus 45, what it is? 20. So 20 is equal to 20, right? So the second option is satisfying. So our answer here is option B. See students, try to solve these type of questions by writing like this. Very quickly, effectively you will get the answer without any confusion. Don't think too much that okay, I will put this one first, that. Don't do all these type of things. Write down them for once. It will take more at max 5 to 10 seconds, and after writing that, verifying is also very, very simple. So please follow this method. Next one. A tram overtakes 2 persons. This one is also, tram means nothing but a train which moves on road indirectly. So 2 persons X and Y walking at an average speed of 3 kmph and 4 kmph in the same direction and completely passes them in 8 seconds and 9 seconds respectively. What is the length of the tram? What is the length of? See here students, and the options was given in meters and times are in seconds. But speeds are given in kmph. My first suggestion is always you should convert that kmph into meter per second. So when you convert that into meter per second, what it becomes? Speed of X. What did they give for us? 3 kmph. So this will become what? 3 into 5 by 18 meter per second. So S speed of X will become what? 5 by 6 meter per second. Right? Next, speed of Y. What did they give here? 4 kmph. So what it becomes? 4 into 5 by 18 meter per second. 2 times and 9 times, it will become 10 by 9 meters per second. It becomes 10 by 9 meters per second, right? Speed of X and speed of Y, 5 by 6 and 10 by 9. Okay, good, superb, sir. Next, what will happen here, students? Are they moving in same direction or opposite direction? The tram in the same direction. That means their relative speeds will become what? Let us assume speed of tram is st. Now, what is the relative speed with X? Will become what? Anyway, speed of tram minus 5 by 6. What is the relative speed with this one? Relative speed with Y, speed of tram minus 10 by 9. Okay, what is the time taken to cross this person? 8 seconds. What is the time taken to cross this person? 9 seconds. So time formula is what? Distance by relative speed. Distance means here already we discussed. The tram length will become the distance. So time taken 8 seconds is equal to length of tram by relative speed is speed of tram minus 5 by 6. Okay, next in this case 9 is equal to length of tram by relative speed is speed of tram minus 10 by 9. 10 by 9. So now what happens to these students? Multiply this 8 into speed of tram minus, when I multiply this will become 20 by 3, that is equal to length of tram. I am multiplying that one. So what happens? 9 into speed of tram minus 10 is equal to length of tram. Anyway, in both the cases length of tram are same, right? So I am equaling these two. When I equal these two, what it becomes? 8 st minus 20 by 3 is equal to 9 st minus 10. I will send 8s to that side. So speed of tram will become what? 10 by 3. Speed of tram is how much? 10 by 3. Now substitute this in any one of these two equations. It is equal to length of tram by speed of tram is 10 by 3 minus 5 by 6. So therefore, length of tram will become what? 8 into, what is the LCM? 6. So this will become 20 minus 5. Okay. So this becomes 8 into 15 by 6, 3 5s are, 3 2s are, 2 1s are, 2 4s are, it will become what? 20 meters. So the length of the tram here will become how much? 20 meters. So two questions are asked from this relative speed concept, students. One is that circular track one and the other one is this one. So you should be really good in solving the questions from this relative speed and time and distance, then easily you can solve these questions. Okay. Next one. If n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, please observe this pattern. Before that, you should know one thing, that 1 square is what? 1. 11 square is 1, 2, 1. Triple 1 square will become 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. 4 1 square will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you know this, then the answer is very simple. If not, it becomes very difficult. See here, 4 ones means it will go up to 4. It is going up to what? It is going up to 9. It is going up to 9. It is going up to 9 means how many ones I should have here? I should have 9 ones. So here answer is 9. Here answer is 9. Okay. Here answer is 9. Next, a set of 20 pipes can fill 70% of tank in 40 minutes. Okay, X 70% time and work. We solved, students. Two questions are asked from this area. 70% of tank in how many minutes? 14 minutes. That means 100% means it will take 20 minutes. Okay. Next, Y. It takes 3 by 8. Okay. 3 by 8 in how many minutes? 6 minutes. See, 3 parts out of 8 parts in 6 minutes means one full tank in how many time? How much time? 3 parts is 6 minutes. 8 parts will become how much? 16 minutes. Next, when it comes to Z, it is an emptying one, students. A third. Why? Because it is emptying. Half of the tank in 20 minutes. Half of the tank in one full tank it will can empty in 40 minutes. But its efficiency will be in negative. Its efficiency will be in negative. So X, Y, Z, what it becomes? X, Y and Z. 20 minutes, 16 minutes and 40 minutes, and this efficiency we should write negative. What is the total work? Total work is equal to LCM of 20, 16 and 40. So what will the LCM? 80. So write down their efficiencies. Efficiency of X will be 4, efficiency of Y will be 5, efficiency of Z will be 2. Okay, these are their efficiencies. But with this, the case is not over. Please read here. If half of the pipes of X are closed, that means X will operate with half efficiency only. Half of X is how much? 2. And only half of the pipes of Y are open. That means Y also operates with half efficiency. That is 2.5. And all the pipes Z will operate with full efficiency. That is minus 2. Why? Because these two are filling. This is emptying. Okay. See, Z will operate with full efficiency minus 2. So 2, what is their combined efficiency now? 2 plus 2.5 minus 2. Their combined efficiency will become what? 2.5. With this 2.5 efficiency, then how long will the tank will take to 50% of the tank, not full tank. 100% is how much? 80. 50% is what? Just 40. So 40 by 2.5. What it becomes? 16 minutes. That means the tank, 50% of tank can be filled in 16 minutes. 16 minutes. Okay, we discussed the time and work concept, students. In that, we have come across these type of cases. Next one. If n is a natural number, then what is the number of distinct remainders of? Okay, distinct. They are speaking about the remainders. For 1 power n plus 2 power n. See, whatever the value of n you take. Why? Because n is a natural number. What happens to that value? It remains 1 only. We will check. We will try to put some values. If I take n is equal to 1, what happens to this one, ma? 1 plus 2, 3. When I divide it with 4, what is the remainder? I will get 3. Okay. When I take n is equal to 2, what happens to this value? It will be 1 and 4. So 5 by 4, what will be the remainder? 1. When I take n is equal to 3, what happens to this? 1 plus 8, this will become 9. 9 by 4, what is the remainder? 1. So from now onwards, if you take n is equal to 4, 1 plus 2 power 4, it is 16. So 16 by 4, sorry, 17 by 4, what is the remainder? 1. So from now onwards, for all the values, what you will get? 1, 1, 1. So tell me how many distinct remainders are possible for us? 2 distinct remainders. What are those? 3 and 1. 3 and 1. So here our answer becomes 2. Option C, 2. Okay, next one. Let P is equal to Q be a 3-digit number. See, already students, I told you. How you will take a 3-digit number? How you will take a 3-digit number? 100 into Q plus 10 into Q plus 1 into Q. While solving the case, always you should take. So that means this will become what? Overall it becomes 111Q. Now they are asking us what is the HCF of this 111Q and 481. 111Q and 481. See, Q we don't know what is the value of Q. So in worst case, if you start taking from 1 also, okay, 1 also, what it should become? It should become 111. 111 and 481. In worst case also, their HCF will become what? Their HCF will become what? 37. In worst case also, their HCF becomes what? 37. So 37 is the answer for us here. Okay, understood? In the minimum case, I am taking for the minimum case. If you go for the other one, okay, it is okay. But 37 is the minimum case, so we will take 37. Next, what is the 499th digit in the number? We solved this type of question also while discussing number system. See, 1, 2, 3, 4 and like this they are writing, right? They are writing side by side. 9, 10, 11. Also we will finish the 2-digit numbers and then we will move to 3-digit numbers and we will write like this. Now please see here how many 1-digit numbers we have. Why? Because we are starting from 1. So 0 cannot be taken. So 9. And how many 2-digit numbers we will have, students? From 10 to 99. How many we will have? 90. So to write these 90 numbers, how many digits we will use? Tell me. We will use 90 into 2 digits. That means 9 plus 180. That means up to 2-digit numbers, we will use 189 digits. What is they are asking us about the 489th digit? So that means 489 minus 189. What it is? 300. So that means we require more 300 digits. We require more 300 digits here. See, to get right the 300 digits, now already 2-digit numbers are done, right? So now we are starting from what? 3-digit numbers. So what will be the, if you use 3-digit numbers, if you want to use 300 digits means how many, what is the digits we will use? We will use 100 3-digit numbers. We will use 100 3-digit numbers. We will use 100 3-digit numbers. So what is the 100th 3-digit number for us? What is the 100th 3-digit number? First 3-digit number is 100 and the 100th 3-digit number is 199. 199 will be the 100. So what is its unit digit? 9. So our answer here becomes what? 9. Our answer here becomes what? 9. Understood? Like this we are going to solve. See the next one. A mobile phone has been stolen. There are 3 suspects, P, Q and R. They were questioned knowingly that only one of them is guilty. Their response are as follows. I did not steal, Q stole it. R did not steal it, I did not steal it. Now P is telling that I didn't steal it and Q stole it. That means indirectly he is saying that R also didn't steal that one. Next, when it comes to Q, R did not steal and I did not steal. That means from his perspective, who has stolen that one? P has stolen. And next R is telling that I didn't steal and I don't know who stole it. Now see here, according to these 3 persons, R didn't steal it. Okay, for time being, assume that R didn't steal it. But when it comes to P, P is saying that Q has stolen and Q is saying that P has stolen. And R saying that I don't know. That means the thief might be one among this P and Q. And there is no, solid proof that they are telling the truth probability or something like that. They didn't mention. So without knowing that probability or who is telling the truth, and there is a thief, but we don't know who is that. P is telling Q and Q is telling it as P. So that means we cannot say who is telling truth and they didn't mention as any relation also. So here cannot be concluded will be our answer. Cannot be concluded will be our answer here. Next one. Now see here, there are 3 teams P, Q and R. Okay. One game with, that means P will play with Q and R. Q plays with P and R plays with P and Q. Okay, these are their matches. A win fetches a team 2 points and a draw 1 point. If you win the match, you will get 2 points. If you lose the point, if you draw the match, you will get 1 point. A team gets no points for a loss. If you lose, you will get no points. Each team scored exactly 1 goal in that means everyone scored just 1 goal in the tournament. Okay, the team P got 3 points. This got 3 points, Q got 2 points, and R got just 1 point. Now, first of all, tell me, if P is getting 3 points means definitely he might have won 1 match, he won 1 match and 1 draw. When it comes to R, definitely he might have lost 1 match and 1 drawn. Now see here, that win and that loss is related with P and R. That means with R he has won and with Q he has drawn. So that means here also see, he got 1 draw, right? So that means with Q he has drawn, with P he has lost. So that means he has drawn both the matches. That is the reason 2 draws, he got 2 points. 2 draws and 2 points here. Okay, 2 draws and 2 points. Now please observe here, what will happen? What are the chances? Anyway, all have scored. So that means he scored 1 with the match with P. Q he scored 1-0. With 1-0, he has won the with R. With R, he has gone. When it comes to with Q, he is 0-0 with 0-0. Next, when it comes to this one, with P 0 they scored and with R he scored 1. And with P he scored 0 and with Q he scored 1. So that means what we can say here is the result of the match between P and Q is drawn with 0-0, right? Yes, it is true. The number of goals scored by R against Q, R and Q match is drawn because of 1-1. So that one is also true. So here both 1 and 2 are true for us. Both 1 and 2 are true for us. Okay, that is the chance which we have. Next one, P is the brother of Q. Okay, P is brother of Q and R. Okay, he is brother to both Q and R. S is R's mother. Okay, S is R's mother. T is F's father. P's father, sorry. That means obviously T and PS will become couples and this is their family tree. How many of the following? S and T are couple. Yes, that is true. Q is T's son. Do we know the gender of Q? No. They are saying that definitely true. So benefit of doubt, this is false. T is Q's father. Yes. S is P's mother. Yes. R is T's daughter. Do we know the gender of R? No. So you cannot say. P is S son. Yes. So here how many are correct? 4 are correct. So only 4. Very simple blood relation concept. Okay. Next one. NO is coded as 20. Already I told you this type of questions they are asking. N is how much? 14. O is how much? 15. 14 15s are 210. Next, NOT is coded as 40 to 100. N is 14, O is 15 and T is how much? 20. When you multiply all these things, what you will get? 40 to 100. And notes and note is coded as what? 2100. Similarly, 21,000, sorry. And what will be notes will be coded? S is what? 19th alphabet. So 21,000 into 19. If you solve it, you will get this as 399,000. Okay. So simple and a direct one for us for this one also. See the next one. This is a direct coding. See students, while discussing coding and decoding, we came across this. If 2 words and 2 codes are given, 2 words and 2 codes are given, what type of coding it is? A direct coding. That means you can take directly letter to letter. So MN, Y is there at the end. So it will be restarted with 7. Next E was there at the last, that is 1. Next M is there in the middle, what we have here? 8, 7, 1, 8. With the first 3 itself, we came to know that option is option D. Verify the remaining things, you will get the same answer. Okay. So simple and a direct question. Simple coding and decoding one. So the next one, the 5-digit number PQRST. So this one is also a little bit conceptual question. So we should take some time to solve this one. P is thrice of T. That means P is equal to 3T. S is greater than Q by 4. That means S is equal to what we can write? Q plus 4. Okay. Next, when it comes to Q is greater than R by how much? 3. So that means Q is equal to R plus 3. And see here students, P I cannot take 0. and t also I cannot take 0. Why? Because they clearly mentioned t is not equal to 0 and p is thrice of t. So that means first digit, right? So I cannot take 0. So now what is the chances for me? I will take t. I will start taking from t. If I take t as 1, if I take t as 1, what about p? P will become 3. P will become 3. Now I can take s as 0. For example, sorry, r, from r I need to take, if I take r as 0, if I take r as 0, what will happen, students? Please see here, what happens to s, q, q becomes what? 3. But here they are what? Distinct, all are distinct. Already p is taken as 3, so I cannot take, so this case is not possible. Next, I will take r as 1. Can I take r as 1? No. Why? Because already t is 1, so no chance. I can take r as 2. If I take r as 2, what about q? Q becomes what? 5. Is it disturbing anything? No, there is a possibility. Then what about s? S becomes what? 9. There is a possibility? Yes, there is a chance. So this is one possibility for me. Next, if I take r as 3, if I take r as 3, what about q? Q becomes, can I take r as 3? No, no chance. Why? Because already p is 3. So I cannot take. So I will take r as 4. If I take r as 4, what about q? Q becomes what? 7 plus 3, right? What about s? S becomes 11. Is it possible for s to become 11? No. Why? Because s is a single digit. So this is not possibility. And from now onwards, it is not possible. Next, I will take t as 2. If I take t as 2, what about p? P value becomes what? 6. Is there possibility? Yes. Now I will take r as 0. If I take r as 0 here, is there possibility? Yes, I can take r as 0. Then what about q? Q becomes 3. Then what about s? S becomes 7. Yes, there is a possibility. Yes. If I take r is equal to 1, what about q? Q value becomes what for me here? 4. Can I take 4? Yes, there is a possibility. Then what about s? S becomes 8. Is there a possibility? Yes. I cannot take r as 2. Why? Because already t is taken with 2. If I take r is equal to 3, what about q? Q becomes 6. Why? I cannot take 6. So this possibility is gone. Next, if I take r as 4, if I take r as 4, now what will happen for me here, students? Please see here. If I take r as 4, what about q? Q becomes 7 and s becomes what? 11, which is also not a possibility for me. So how many chances are there for me here? 2. Next possibility, I will take t as 3. Then what about p? P value becomes 9. P value becomes 9. Now similarly, I will take r value as 0. Then what about q? Q becomes, is it a possibility? No, it is not possible. Why? Because t is r. If I take r is equal to 1, what about q? Q value becomes 4. What about s? S value will become 8. There is a possibility. Okay, there is a possibility for me. Yes, there is a possibility. Next, if I take r is equal to 2, what about q? Q becomes what for me here, students? If I take r is equal to 2, q becomes 5. And what about s? S becomes 9. But can I take s is equal to 9? No. So this one is gone. R value I cannot take 3. R value if I take 4, what about q? Q can become 7. But what about s? S becomes 11, which is not possible. So now from here onwards, t can I take 4? I cannot take 4. Why? Because 3 times of p it will become what? 12. So the only chance. So what are the chances I will have? 1, 2, 3 and 4 chances. I have 4 chances. So here our answer becomes 4. So definitely these questions you should solve it with trial and error only, students. Okay. Right. The next one. X can complete 1/3 of a certain work in 6 days. 1/3 in 6 days. 1 full days he will take work how many days? 18 days. Y can complete 1/3 in how many days? 8 days. So 1 full work in how many days? 24 days. Right. Next, Z can complete 3/4. 3/4 of the same work in how many days? 12 days. 3/4 in how many days? 12 days. So 3 parts out of 4 parts in 12 days. So 1 full work he will take in how many days? 16 days, students. Please be careful. Okay. Now I will write their efficiencies. X, Y, Z. What are the times taken by them? 18, 24 and 16. Tell me what will be the total work here? LCM of 18, 24 and 16. LCM of 18, 24 and 16. What is the LCM of 18, 24 and 16? It is 144. 144. Now tell me what is the efficiency of X? Efficiency of X becomes 8. What is the efficiency of Y? 6. What is the efficiency of Z? 9. Okay. Now these are their efficiencies. Now see here. All of them work together for n days. And then X and Z quit and Y alone finishes the remaining work in 8 2/3 days. That means Y individually worked for how many days? 8 2/3 days. So therefore, work done by Y in 8 2/3 days. 8 2/3 days means what? It becomes 26/3. In one day he can do how much work? 6. In 8 2/3 days, 26/3 into 6. 3 1s are, 3 2s are, it becomes what? 52. That means Y alone has done how much work? 52 work. So that means all the 3 together done how much? Total work is 144. Work done by X plus Y plus Z will become how much? 144 minus 52. That is 72 work. So that means initially all the 3 together done how much work? 72 work. So 72 work and their combined efficiency is how much? X plus Y plus Z. This is 23. So 72 by 23. How many days? They will work for 4 days. That means initially they worked for 4 days and then later X and Z left and Y finished the remaining work. So what is n is equal to means 4. That means they worked for n days, right? So n is here equal to 4. Understood? Next one. Simple question. See 1, 3, 6, 11, 18, some X and 42. What is the difference? 2. What is the difference? 3. What is the difference? 5. What is the difference? 7. So 2, 3, 5, 7. What are these? Prime numbers. Check. Similarly 11 and next it should be 13. 18 plus 11 it should become what? 29. 29 plus 13 it should become what? 42. That means what is the number here we have? 29. So the answer here is 29. Understood, students? Simple question. In 10 seconds you can answer this one. Next one. There exists a natural number which when increased by 50% can have its number of factors unchanged. Go with the small numbers. Go with the small numbers. Natural number 1. First natural number is 1. I will take 1 only. So 1 when I increase it with 50% it will become what? 1.5. It is not possible. Next 2. When I increase 2 by 50%, what it becomes to students? 1, right? So 2 plus 1 what it becomes? 3. 3 is also a prime number, 2 is also. Here I have 2 factors and here. So unchanged, right? If one case is satisfied, that is true. So the first one is true. Number of factors unchanged means here there are 2 factors, here there are 2 factors. They are speaking about the number of factors, not the direct factors. Here there are 2 factors and here. Next, there exists a natural number which same 2. Please check this 2. If it is increased by 150%, what is 150% of 2? 3. So 2 plus 3 what it becomes? 5. 2 will have 2 factors and 5 also have 2 factors. So unchanged, right? So this one is also correct. So here both 1 and 2 are correct. By taking the small example itself you will get. Why? Because there exists a natural number. 1 is enough. If 1 is satisfied then that is enough for us. They are not speaking about all the cases. Next, this one is related to our direction, students. As we expected, one question they asked from directions, but please be careful while writing the directions. A is 6 kilometers to the south of B. If I have B here, A is 6 kilometers to the south of B. Please be careful while writing. Next, A is 10 kilometers to the west of C. That means where I will have C? I will have C here, which is 10 kilometers west of C. A is 10 kilometers. D is 5 kilometers east of E. Till now we didn't come across D and E. We will put that aside. C is 6 kilometers to the north of D. That means where I will have D? I will have D here, which is 6 kilometers. C is 6 kilometers north of D. Next, F is 9. Now come to this one. D is 5 kilometers to the east of E, right? So I will have E somewhere here itself. Be careful. This is 10 and this is 5. You should write a smaller one. Okay, next. F is 9 kilometers to the west of B. F I have here 9 kilometers to the west of B. Next, F is 12 kilometers to the north of G. See here, students, 12 kilometers means 6 plus 6. That means G, E and D all will come into the same line. 6 plus 6. Understood? Now, a person travels from D to F through these roads. What is the distance covered by the person? Now he is traveling from D to F. What is the distance? 6 plus 10. What it becomes? 16. 16 plus 6, 22. 22 plus 9, it will become what? 31 kilometers. This is one route. See here students, there is one more route here actually. Why? Because they clear various roads A, B, A, C, C, D, D, E. What is that one is? F and E and G are also connected. While drawing we have not written, but E and G are also connected. Now please see here, overall here it will become what? 9 plus 10, this will overall will become what? 19. 19 plus 12, what it becomes? 31. Like this also we will get the answer. Why? Because F and G, E and G are connected. So anyway, in both the ways we will get the same 31 kilometers. So our answer here will become what? 31 kilometers. 31 kilometers is the answer for us here. Next one. 64 is written. See students, I clearly told you regarding that series cases. You need to observe. 64 is what? 4 cube is equal to 7 cube. Next 216 is given as what? 729. 216 is what? 6 cube. 729 is 9 cube. Okay. That means what is doing? Plus 3 plus 3. Similarly, they are asking us 512 is what? 512 is what? 8 cube. Then plus 3 means it should become what? 11 cube. 11 cube is what students? 1331. 1331 is a 11 cube for us. So your answer is 1331. Understood? Next one. Simple one. Now this question is regarding the remainder theorem. Now please observe here what is the remainder for 9 cube plus 9 power 4 plus 9 power 5 plus 9 power 6 and plus so on up to 9 power 100 by 6. They are asking this one students. Now if you observe carefully, if you divide 9 with 6, what it becomes? 3. 3 cube plus 3 power 4 plus 3 power 5 plus, anyway because in all the cases what I will have here? 3's only by 6. 3 cube is what students? 27. 3 power 4 is 81. In all the cases, if you observe carefully, you will get the remainder as 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 only. Complete number. I am speaking about the complete number. So that means you will get 3 plus 3 plus 3. And how many 3's do you get here? Please observe from where it is starting. From 3 it is starting and it is ending at 100. That means total how many you will have? 98. Am I correct? So that means you will have like this 3 plus 3 plus 3, 98 3's. That means what you can write? 98 into 3 by 6 at last. Okay, what is the remainder for 98 by 6? 2. What is the remainder for 3 by 6? 3. So what you will get? 2 into 3. That is 6. But when you divide a number with 6, you will get the remainder as 6? No. So once again divide it with 6, what is the remainder? You will get 0. So the answer here is what? 0. Remainder theorem concept. We discussed it very clearly. Okay. Remainder. Even we discussed with Euler's remainder also. But here it is not, that is not applicable. We will solve it normally. Next. See here. What is the smallest one digit number having exactly 4 distinct factors? First of all, tell me what are the one digit numbers we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Here prime numbers will have 2 factors and 1 will have only 1 factor. So these numbers will be deleted. 9 will not get deleted. So what are the numbers I have left with? 4, 6, 8 and 9. When it comes to 4 and 9, I will have only 3 factors. 1, 2 and 4. 1, 3 and 9. So 4 and 9 are also deleted. So I have 6 and 8. 1, 2, 3 and 6. 1, 2, 4 and 8. So they will have 4 factors. Okay, good. Now see here, smallest one. What is the smallest one among these two? 6. Did I read the statements here now? Till now did I read the statements? No. Without reading the statements itself, I was able to answer the question, right? So here, and it is not mentioned, but the fourth option is, without using the statements itself, we can answer the given question. Yes, we can answer. Why? Because he used the word smallest. He used the word smallest. If he doesn't use that word, then we might have used the statements. But here he used the word smallest. We know very well. Which one is smallest among 6 and 8? 6 is the smallest one. So that means by without reading the statements itself, I can answer the question, right? So here our answer becomes option D. Option D was not given here, but you have the option D, that is without the help of both the statements itself, we can answer this question. Okay, understood? Right, next one. A question is given. Okay, see here students, this one is also a question which will take a lot of time. Actually speaking, PP into PQ, it should be equal to RRSS. See here students, here they given us some conditions. P is less than or equal to Q, Q is less than or equal to 4. Actually speaking, the values of P which we can take here is 1, 2, 3. When it comes to Q, 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the possibilities. What happens here is, without taking the help of the statements itself, we can solve the answer, but by putting a lot of what we can say trial and error method. If you are trying to solve this question, means definitely it will take almost 1 hour time. At any cost, please don't try this type of questions in the examination. Why? Because by doing a lot of trial and error method, without using these two things on itself, we will get the answer. We will get the answer for this question. So it is waste of time by solving this question. Anyway, I solved it by using many trial and error methods, and without using these two statements itself, we will get the answer, students, actually. Okay, understood, right? We will see the next one. It is waste of time. Next, how Q is related to P? That is the question. First statement, P has two sisters, R and S. P has two sisters, R and S. Okay, with these statements, here not even Q was introduced. So only with statement 1 I cannot answer. Now statement 2. R's father is the brother of Q. Okay, R's father is the brother of Q. R's father is the brother of Q. Okay, here they didn't mention us about P. Now I will relate these two. That means I will join these two, means R's father will be is one person and his brother is, and Q's brother is R's father. Not R's father's brother is Q. That is not. See here, R's father is the brother of Q. He is the brother of Q. Do we know the gender of Q here? No. You don't know the gender of Q till now. But how is Q related to P means? You should know the gender, right? Then only you can tell the relation. So here by using both the statements also, we cannot answer this question. By using both the statements also, we cannot answer this question. That is the answer for this question. Next one. See here, students. In a football match, team P playing against Q was behind by 3 goals with 10 minutes remaining. Does team P win the match? That is the question. I need to tell whether P won the match or not. First statement, P scored 4 goals in the last 10 minutes. They didn't mention about anything about Q, right? So how I can decide? So by using statement 1 alone, I cannot tell answer. Now team Q scored a total of 4 goals. Did they mention about anything about the how much score was scored by P in the last 3 minutes in this statement? No. Now I will combine these two. So what they are telling is Q totally scored how much? 4. Okay. When it comes to P, P scored in the last 10 minutes how many goals? 4. That means definitely it will score a minimum of 4. If it is 4-4, match is drawn, right? But there is one more chance that if Q also scored the 4 goals in the last 4 minutes, then that is chance. Is there this chance for us? No, we don't have this chance. Why? They clearly mentioned that in the last 3 minutes, before the last 3 minutes, it is 3 goals behind. But there is one more chance that, what is that chance? If Q scores 3 goals in the before last 10 minutes and P scores 0. And that Q scores 1 goal in the last minute, and it will become overall what? 4, right? And here also it will become 4. There is a chance. There is a chance. So there is a chance for both tie as well as win. By using both the statements also, I cannot tell my answer. Why? Because there is chance for both tie as well as win. As well as win. For example, what is the chance? This is the case for tie. Win case is in before 10 minutes itself it scored 4. That means it will score at least 1. In the last 10 it scored 0, it scored 4. Then this is the case of win, right? That means P may win or P match may get tied. 2 chances are there. So that means we by using both the statements also, we cannot draw a conclusion. There is chance for both tie as well as win. So by using both the chances also, we cannot tell our final answer. We cannot tell our final answer. Understood? Right? Next one. Now please see here, is P plus Q whole square minus, that means A plus B whole square minus 4AB. What is this formula which we have learned in our schooling? It will become what? P minus Q whole square. They are telling that is this a positive one? P minus Q whole square is a positive one. So what are the chances for P minus Q? Tell me students. If P and Q are equal, what it becomes? 0. If 0 is a positive number, no. 0 is neither positive nor negative. Please be careful. 0 you should not consider it as a positive value. If P is greater than Q or less than Q, it doesn't matter for us. Anyway, this is whole square, it will become a positive value. Okay, so by using these two I can say it will become a positive, but if P is equal to Q, it will become 0. So most of the students will think that okay, without reading the statements itself we can answer. But what happens here is, this is the case, this is one case we have. So by using the statement 1 and 2, either 1 or 2 is sufficient for us to tell that this is a positive one, this is a positive one. So using either statements alone, the question can be answered by using either statements alone. Why I am using either means there is a chance to get 0. Not all the cases. Without reading the statements we cannot tell. Why? Because we have one more condition, P is equal to Q. If P is equal to Q, it becomes 0. 0 is neither positive nor negative. So please be careful with that one. So either one I can use. Next one. See here. In a T20 cricket match, 3 players X, Y and Z scored a total of 37. That means X plus Y plus Z is equal to what? 37. The ratio of number of runs scored by X to the number of scored by Y is equal to number of runs scored by Y to the scored by Z. Okay. So now what is the relation they are asking us? Cross multiplied XZ is equal to Y square. With this relation, can I tell the runs scored by X, Y and Z? Is it possible for me? No, it is not possible for me to tell this with this relation. So cannot be determined. Because of that reason, we cannot determine this value. Or else if you try to do it also, it will take a lot of time for us students. Why? Because we should have a perfect square values here. So what are the values of Y I can take here? Generally, if I take 1, the product should become what? 36. Right? Why? Because if Y value is 1, X plus Y, XZ value should become what? 36. Right? Y value should become 1. XZ value should become 1 means it is not at all possible. Next, if I take Y as 2, that means their product should become what? 4. Like this, there will be no choice for us. So we cannot determine exactly for this one. Okay. Next one. Now see here. The maximum P plus Q is equal to what they are telling? 10. And they want asking us P plus Q are positive integers and P and Q are positive integers. I need to find the maximum value of P into Q. When it is possible, now I should have P and Q positive. I can take 1 plus 9. I cannot take 0 and 10 students. Why? Because 0 is neither positive nor negative. 1 plus 9 is equal to 10. So 1 9s are what it becomes? 9. Next I can take 2 plus 8, that is equal to 10. That means 2 8s are what it becomes? 16. 3 plus 7, that is equal to 10. What it becomes? 3 7s are 21. So 4 plus 6, it becomes 10. That means 4 into 6, what it becomes? 24. Next 5 plus 5, that is equal to 10. That is 5 into 5, which is 25. So not only in this case, students, if the sum of two numbers is a positive one, some particular value, then both the values, when both the values are equal, then their product will be maximum. Maximum. So 25. So 25 is the maximum value we will have. Once again, if you check 6 and 4 means it will become 24. So 25 is the maximum value. Okay, value 1 will become what? 25 for me here. Okay, maximum value of P into Q when PQ. Here also the same thing. P is greater than or equal to minus 6, Q is greater than or equal to minus 4. So the sum is what? 10, right? Anyway, here also you can take P as 5, Q as 5. There is no other choice. So this product also what you will get? 25. So what is the values? Value 1 will be equal to value 2. Why? Because in both the cases the highest value possible for us is 25 only. Next one. See here. Minimum value of average of numbers of the set when they are consecutive integers greater than or equal to. See, minimum. To get the minimum value, I should start from the minimum number only, right? So minimum number is minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the minimum 11 numbers. And what is the minimum average means? Average of these numbers is how much? 0. So the minimum average for these numbers will become what? 0 for us. Next, the minimum value of product of numbers of the set when they are consecutive non-negative integers. See here students, non-negative, they are not using the word positive. If they use the word positive means we would have taken from 1, 2, 3. But non-negative means from where the numbers will start, students? From where the numbers will start? It will start from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on, right? 0 into anything, what it becomes? 0 into anything, what it becomes? 0, right? So that means this average is 0 and this minimum product is 0. So that means both value 1 and value 2 are equal here. Value 1 and value 2 are equal here. Please be careful, non-negative means we should start taking from 0. If they use the positive means, then you should start taking from 1. Non-negative means it start from 0. Okay. Next one. Right. The average of three numbers P, Q and R. What is the formula for average? Sum of observations by number of observations. That is equal to K. That means what I can write? P plus Q plus R is equal to 3K. And next, P is as much more than the average as Q is less than the average. That means the difference between P and average is equal to the difference between average and Q. Okay, so from this what I can write? P plus Q is equal to 2K. Substitute this P plus Q here. What it becomes? 2K plus R is equal to 3K. Then R value will become what? K. R is equal to what? K. What is the value of R? K. R value is K. Very simple question. Okay, next. See a student. Let X be a real number between 0 and 1. Between 0 and 1, real numbers means what? 0.000012. We can take infinite numbers. We will have infinite real numbers between 0 and 1. Already I told you while discussing the number system, the first classification of numbers, there we can. So I will take a simple example, 0.2 for example, for x. X square is greater than x cube. That means what? 0.2 square is greater than 0.2 cube. We will check whether it is true or false. What it becomes? 0.04. What it becomes? 0.008. Is it correct? Yes. Similarly, if you take the other examples also, yes, this is correct. The next equation what they are given for us is x is greater than root x. X is greater than root x. So squaring on both sides, it is little bit confusing. So I square on both sides. So what it becomes? X square is greater than x. I will take the same 0.2 as example. 0.2 whole square is greater than 0.2. 0.2 whole square, it becomes what? 0.04. Is 0.04 greater than 0.2? No, it is not greater. So the second one is wrong. So here only the first one is true. The second one is false. The second one is false. Next. The difference between any two natural numbers is 10. Okay. Let us assume the two natural numbers as A and B. What can be said about the natural numbers which are divisible by 5 and lies between these two numbers? Okay students, so let us take some random example. If I take 10 and 20. So what will be the numbers between these two 10, 20 and 10 which are divisible? Only one number. What it is? 15. 15. Okay, which is divisible by 5. For example, but if I take this as some 56 and 46. What are the numbers I will have? 55 as well as 50, right? Two chances are there for me, right? So that means sometimes we will get one number and sometimes we will get two numbers. Sometimes we will get one number and sometimes based on the case, but definitely we will get one or two. There is only one. They are using the word only, so this became wrong. Why? Because there is chance for two also. There are only two such numbers. They are using only, but there is a chance for one number also, right? So this one is also wrong. There can be more than one such. Can be. Can be means chance. One it may be or it can be more than one. So there is chance for C. So option C here. No, definitely there will exist some numbers. So option C is the correct option for us here. So from this what we can understand here students is we should be very wise while picking the problems to solve it. First solve those questions which will take less than a minute and then next some moderate problem and then if time permits then go for the difficult one. But don't waste your time by keep on solving only one problem. So please do regular practice. Why? Because this CSAT paper is playing a key role. Yesterday you all know, when it comes to paper 1, it is moderate. But when it comes to CSAT paper, it is comparatively, if you see the complete student as a bunch, then it becomes difficult. But the students who are having some planning, for them it will be moderate. But when you see in an overall perspective, it is a difficult paper. So because of this CSAT paper, the GS paper 1 cutoff is also less. Definitely it will be around some 85, 80 to 85. That's it. Nothing more than that. So please do regular practice, then only you can clear the CSAT paper, else it will be difficult for you. Okay, right? We will continue our series. Okay, please do follow our channel. Definitely we will keep on updating the things, and we will, based on the examinations also, we will update the questions and we will try to update you. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, students.